Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and today, again, Sly Jesse. Say hello.
Hi, guys.
It's that guy with the spiky hair. What is that? What is that blue character's name? Sega, the Hedgehog. Sonic, the Hedgehog.
Sonic.
You remind, if you were to dye your hair blue, I would totally think that I was talking to him. So, now, there's been a few things since the last time we talked about War Z that have happened. Let's see. The servers have been greatly increased in how many people can be on the server. What's the cap up to now?
This cap's up to 70 at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And they say
Still
they're
a bit off
250. But 250 is how high they say they're going.
Originally, we don't know now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Now we played a little bit with having 70 people in there. I mean, we played in some full servers. Did that make the game better or worse?
Well, it's a lot better for me because I love to play a kill. Well, I loved it. I know a lot of people complaining about how you see people too often, but I find that made in mostly the larger towns. But I really like it. I really want the 250 slot servers where you're always going to see people. I reckon that'll force people either to work together or to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I reckon it'll still push towards more people working together. Had something else to say about it. Hackers, that's it.
Yes.
But if it's 250 players and there's hackers, it's going to be horrible. Even with 70 slots, it's still horrible at the moment.
So now we had an encounter with someone who I think was a hacker, right? You're pretty sure they were a hacker?
Pretty 100% sure that they're a hacker.
I really wish that I had kept that video, but that whole episode just fell apart in the second half, and I just said, F it, and I deleted it. And then I remembered that we had that whole thing happen at the beginning. I mean, that's what made the video fall apart, actually.
Yeah.
And that should have been the end of the episode. That's what I should have done. I should have said, we're done. I mean, it'd been a 5-minute episode, but because we all geared up. We were in a safe zone. We all geared up. There was, how many of us? There were 7 of us, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so we were all geared up. Some of us had body armor on, and we were out in the middle of a field, and somebody yells, "I'm getting shot at," and then somebody yells, "Shit, I'm dead," and then another person, "Damn it, I'm dead," and then another person, "Damn, I'm dead," and within a minute, all of us were dead.
Yeah, I thought it was like a few seconds. This is like pop, 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 and there's like, oh.
Yeah, and we never saw the guy, did we?
No, he didn't even come to loot our bodies.
Yeah. So this guy is killing so many people and everything that he doesn't even take the time to loot our bodies. What is up with that?
Hackers.
Yeah.
Mostly.
So, that is frustrating. Having having hackers on the server. So when is that? When have they said that that's coming in? Do you know the anti-hacking?
I think they said in about the middle of this month, which is soon. So hopefully we'll get a new anti-hack out soon.
So that's like within the next week, I hope.
Hopefully. I did get sent some videos of a guy hacking because he was letting me use it if I wanted to go into more detail about how hacking's wrecking the game and how he was using it. And I had a look at it because I was quite interested in doing it. And it looked like that, I know it's a complete guess, but about 80% of the people that in the large servers were actually hacking, because when he was running around, you could see them instantly turning to him from a large distance and start running towards him. Or you had the speed hackers just speeding away and everything. So I was quite surprised about seeing how many people actually looked like they were actually hacking.
Right. I understand why people want to hack and gain advantage, but it's like being a thief in real life. You may get the money up front and and not have to work as hard for it, and it may be exciting, but you kind of burn out. So,
well, I think that it's got to the point now where it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. So because there's all these hackers, the people who are playing legit are like, well, I'm just constantly dying from hackers, just speed hacking and wall hacking and everything, and then so they're gone to join them, and well, that's why we've got so many hackers on the game now, I think.
Now, the Warzy engine comes from War Inc. And excuse me, do they have this problem in War Inc.? Do you know?
When I played it, I didn't have any problem at all because I came first. Yeah, first-person shooters are what I'm good at. So I didn't have a problem on there when I played it, but I didn't play it a whole heap. Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, I've seen that what their like press release was for this application that they're adding, and I can't remember what it's called. But you know, I hope it does the job. I really do. I really do. So now, has there been? Let's see. We added since the last time you and I talked just about the game, the status of the game. Another thing that's been added is clans.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, so our clan, I don't know how many people is in it. It's like 80 or 90 people, something like that, or I don't know.
I haven't looked.
Yeah,
not recently.
And I don't even remember what the name of our clan is. It's not.
I'm not going to lie, I don't remember too. It's like imps.
Yeah, I am PS is the short for it, but yeah, I don't remember what the long name is for it, and so it's been nice. Smile created the clan, and we just all hopped in, and then we were able to add each other to it for while we played, and see the blue arrow above ourselves, and that I think helped enormously to stop us accidentally killing each other.
It didn't stop me. I still team killed.
Yeah. I have that on an episode coming up, and then I accidentally killed one of my own guys too. It was his first time playing, and he didn't know that when somebody's swinging a bat that you don't walk in front of it. Yes, and so it's like I one-shot him or something because he walked up and bam, he was dead. Maybe he was low on health already. But yeah, so he was a really nice guy. He's like no problem. Now Philip on the other Firemender on the other hand, tell me about.
I can still laugh about it.
Tell me about what happened with that. You know.
Well, we had one of our guys, one of the younger ones. He shouted out, "Oh, there's someone walking out in the post office. I can't hit him." So I was outside of the post office. I come running in as fast as I can. Quickly checked to see if he was one of ours. Bent down, hit him on his head, and killed him straight away. And then Firemender, he was like, "Oh, what'd you do that for?" Or something like that.
Yeah, I'm yelling all this time. I'm yelling, no. We had a guy just log out in the post office, and but there was so many people shouting. Yeah. So anyway, he was just a little upset. I don't know if he dropped any F-bombs, but I know he wanted to. So what? With working together in a group now, what do you think that we've had some experience now working together as a group? What is the perfect team size for working together?
I'm going to say around 4 to 6. Any more than that, and it kind of gets out of hand. And you got people shouting everything, and you can't really understand what's happening. And then you got the people who turn on you.
Oh yes. Well, yeah. Let's see. We had nine people in that one, and
luckily,
yeah. You weren't there, unfortunately. But so yeah, that was that was. God, I wish that I could cuss on camera. I just can't bring myself to do it. But it was very, very frustrating for me because that kid Casper, turned around and came back and tried to kill us. I feel like I've caught an enormous amount of heat off of that. There's a lot of people watching the video. Last time I looked, I don't know, there was hundreds of comments on that. And that one I happened to broadcast live. So everybody's watching it as it unfolds, play by play. And the truth is that, with the clan mechanics, you can't add anybody while you're in game. You have to step out of the game. And so what we've been doing is we've been adding everybody ahead of time. That way if somebody dies, they can log into another character that's already in the clan and come back and join us, and they'll have the blue arrow, or dot as we were calling it. The blue arrow. Yeah. Don't shoot me, see? Don't shoot me. And so it was this kid Casper. He had I don't know if he had joined multiple people or whatnot. I try and force everybody to join at least 2 people, and that way, if they've got a second chance if they die. And we've been doing pretty good about not dying off so fast. I think if you have 3 people in an area, you're probably going to be able to survive an hour with the group. Yeah. And so anyway, he comes back and he's all, saying, okay, well, don't shoot me, I'm walking up. And I'm like, well, do we have another character in the clan? He's no. And I'm like, no, Dot, you get shot. And he took offense to that. A lot of people didn't understand what was going on who were watching the video, that don't understand that you get spooked by somebody just walking up. And you turn around, and if they don't have a dot, you shoot them. And because you think they're a foe, because we all look alike. There's no like we're all wearing the same, capes or helmets or stuff like that. I mean, we could, but then it's very possible with how many different, if we were going off shirt types or something like that, it's possible with the lack of selection that it could still be a foe. And so
yeah, I remember being with the group and just having black masks on, and then someone suddenly joined us who we didn't know. Who
had a black mask or something like
yes.
that? Yeah. So, yeah, and you're like, what the hell? And then you don't know which one's the foe and everything. And this is such a problem that we have to be so aggressive in protecting ourselves. So I told him to stay away. And that's been the rule. And, no, he decided that he was, since I said that we would shoot him, I said that we would shoot him because we wouldn't know whether or not he was friendly or not. And I think that he thought it was all about him. That, well, he knows that he's friendly, so we should all know that he's friendly. Well, we had such poor communication and everything. There's no way that that any of us could know. So, anyway, apparently because we were shooting in his direction, which is, he spawned right down there where we were fighting everybody else, that he thought that he would take us on. And he was good. I have to admit, for a 10-year-old kid, he's really good. So, now, I looked him up on Facebook afterward, and because he replied on one of my Facebook posts and everything, and I looked at his profile picture, that kid is not 15. So if he is, he's got that disease that like Gary Coleman had, or whatnot, where he looks like a kid forever.
I want to know how he didn't have pants on.
Well, he said that it was because he was in a female character. Is there one of the female characters that only wears shorts?
Yeah, I thought it was a male.
No, it was a female character, and yeah, that's what he said about that. But I had never seen. Most people don't play the female characters, and I had not seen that character before. So it was surprising to us to not see any pants.
So that's what you want to wear in an apocalypse.
Yeah, right.
Hands.
Yeah, got to show off my sexy legs. So, yeah. Anyway, so what else? So the clan stuff. I think that that just for me, when I'm going out playing with other viewers, that I am going to pre-interview everybody, and I am going to decide whether or not they can, that I feel like they can do good teamwork.
Damn it, I won't be playing anymore.
I know, because you just suck so bad. No,
I just kill everyone. You're like, no, don't kill them. And I shoot them.
You're a workhorse, man. You're awesome on the team. So you're just right out there, bam, bam, bam. So
I'm not taking any chances.
That's right. That's right. So, I think that probably maybe 6 people at the most is probably the most, and I think that I've learned that when we're in a firefight, that we can't say, "Oh, look at this gun I found. Oh, I spawned over here in such and such compound. It's going to take me forever to get there." Shut the F up and just run to us, say, "I'm on my way," and zip it.
I think my favorite thing was when everyone died, and I'm like running around trying to kill this guy. They're like, "Oh no, don't take my stuff. My stuff's here." And I'm like, I don't care.
I think that's another thing, is that you should have all your characters geared up already, and if one of our own team dies, we should just pick up what's useful to us and move on.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, because it's so hard.
Die.
Yeah, we can't. When we were out in that field, we could not have defended that loot. There's no way. There's no way. And because and then when we were in the post office and we were trying to guard the stuff for Fireminder. I mean, there was half our team didn't understand that it was one of our own that died there, and they were picking up stuff, and then he was all freaking out and everything. And I just have to say that anybody who wants to join us has to show a lot of maturity. That I don't know. So give me, Jesse, give me some fair criticism here. Am I an asshole when I'm leading the group?
No, you just don't want to shoot anyone. That's the horrible thing.
Well, I'm going to be more of an ass when I'm leading the group because I'm not going to put up with people who are causing a problem. They're causing our group a downfall. So
that's the thing. You should not put up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you should shoot people.
Yes. Well, I work on it. I just have this. I have this inner struggle where
they just spawned. I don't want to shoot them.
I know. I'm just way too nice. Well, I suppose if they start shooting at me, though, I'll go ahead and shoot them. I know, that's so
by that time you're dead. It's like,
Yeah. Well, I think that we're going to do smaller groups in the future, and it's going to be more of a core. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So tell me what your thoughts on this are. I mean, really, I want to interview people and have priority over, on who gets in. If I send out a message and certain people reply, I want them in because they're good at working with the team.
Yes.
But what do you think about these kids playing?
Well, you want me to be the dick?
Well, I can be. I'll tell you what I think first, and then you can tell me whether or not you agree. And that is that I am going to be a lot more suspect of anyone whose voice is not lowered. The whole thing. Anybody who is not an adult, they're going to have to show a lot of maturity for me to invite them.
Yeah, well, I know I'll play with some little kids that have been really mature. Like you'd think they'd be like an adult, in their 30s or 40s. That they know what they're talking about. They're really mature. They respect everyone. They respect people's opinions. But then you always get the ones that are horrible. So I reckon you need to kind of make sure that you get the mature ones in, or at least let them act mature.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if they can act mature, whether they're mature or not, if they can act mature while we're playing and take good direction and stuff, then I am fine with it. And so I probably will try some of that, but at the same time, it'll be a one-shot thing. If they screw up, they'll be out. I mean, actually, that'll be the way with the adults, too. And I'm not... and it's just... we have some adults on the team that are not very good for the team as well. And I don't want to call out any names. I just don't want to invite them again. I don't want to make anyone feel bad, because there's a lot of people that really have enjoyed playing with us, but there are some that I don't want to invite back. So
you guys won't be seeing me again.
Yeah, no, I think you do pretty good. So you're a good team leader too, even though you don't like being in the leader position. I think you do a good job of taking the lead in game. So
I know how to put people to their death.
I know you've done it. You've led us to our death multiple times. So, what? Let's see. What else is? What was the last published to the game a couple of days ago that they just added?
Zombies now drop items, which is really good. And what was the other one? It's a pretty important one. I liked it. I'm pretty sure. I covered it not long ago. So zombies drop items, and
do you know? Okay, so along with the zombies dropping items, while you're thinking about that, is there any item decay in the game that's happening, or are we just filling up the server, filling up the worlds with items?
Yeah, pretty much just filling up the world with items.
I can't believe that. That is so horrible.
Yeah, the rate of the gun spawning now is quite ridiculous, I think, because now you get a gun within like 5 to 10 minutes. A pistol straight away in any town I've found. I've found.
Yeah. Have you seen any loot from zombies yet?
Yes, I found a bat.
Oh my.
Yes.
So...
I also found a hammer today, and that's about it. I found that in... No, not Smallville. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the one in Alpha that's next to the lake. I think it was called like Bean City or something. Or Peanut City or something. Anyway, I found that no zombies there spawn any items because I killed like a few hundred. I was trying to get my experience up, ready for the skill tree to come in.
Oh yes. That's going to be kind of boring though too. You know, the skill tree comes in and then you just max out right off the bat.
Yeah. I want at least one character to be up there. And be like, yes, I'm better than the rest of you.
So, well, hopefully those skills can add to our abilities as well. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I heard there's like increase your accuracy like a little bit.
What about it? What about those? See, now you're getting your skill points. Are these just overall skill points, and then you just apply them to whatever?
That's what I'm thinking. But they had a display picture of it, a diagram of it, and it looked kind of like that.
But shouldn't it
you
be
got one of 3 paths?
Shouldn't it be though that when you shoot your gun and you hit your target, that your accuracy skill goes up? Or in Melee, that your skill goes up with a bat, you become really good with a bat as opposed to a hammer?
I reckon that'd be a lot better.
That's
I'm not going to lie, that sounds a lot better than the skill trees.
Yeah. You know, it should be based on use.
Well, that's more of an MMO, I find, than a skill tree, even though skill trees are in MMOs, but like shooting people and getting experience for like accuracy, that's more like an MMO for me. Get your skills up.
Isn't this called? Don't they call this the world's largest zombie MMO?
The first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah.
So.
So yes, it is the largest.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you want to see for future stuff in the game? What's most important to you right now about the game?
that's in the game or that's
well
coming out?
well, either or. But my thoughts are is that what is needed and wanted in the game to fix it right now. One, the anti-cheating.
And yeah, anti-cheat's like major number one.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I still want the skill trees. I want some kind of thing where we can level up or improve our characters, because it's kind of getting to the point where it's too repetitive now. Going into a town or city, getting your gun, getting killed by a hacker, and then repeating over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Not always a hacker, but the zombies aren't a challenge at all. I know some of us actually died to zombies in the stream we did, but I don't find zombies a challenge at all, because I can just
as long as you can pick them off one at a time, they're not a challenge at all. When you get three of them on you that are right there, then you pull out your gun. So, which attracts more zombies, but then you use all your stamina running. So, for me, there's some things that I really want to see in. One is I want to see friends, because the clan system, I just want to be able to add and remove friends on the fly. I actually would love it if I can come face to face with another person and add them as a friend right there in game. And that way we could have pickup players along the way.
Yeah, that'd be good if you could add them into the clan.
Well, it could be clan or friends.
Well, we'd all have to add the friend. Mm-hmm. Whereas if we done it to the clan, everyone would instantly be like, bam, they're in.
Mm-hmm. I really want to see. Here's the deal: is that I really want to be able to say, okay, whoever wants to play, we get up on Skype and then we just meet someplace and then we all tag each other as friends. And the clan system is good in a longer term sense. The people you want to play with again and everything. Yeah. I don't have time to run a clan. And in fact, this is so screwed up, I don't even know the name of our clan. It's like, IMPS. Does that stand for impotence? What does that stand? Impossibles? Impersonators?
I don't know. I'm leaving up to Smile.
Yeah. So Smile.
I'm just there to add and remove people.
I did ask Smile, where's the central location, because I'm getting so many requests for people to join the guild. In fact, Smile, this is a call out to you. Let's do an interview and talk about plans for the clan, your vision of it and everything. And then those that want to join can just come and join. And then if they're already in the clan and we want to play together, great. So, and I'm happy to make it, one of the biggest clans around. I also keep getting asked, what is our clan home base server? Because, I didn't even think about that, but we should really be playing on a particular server number so that other clanmates are there and you don't know it. You can just type in clan, anybody around, and then you can meet up.
Yeah, that'd be good, except for when we're streaming.
Well, true, but when
we won't really have that problem, because we'll just go to a different one.
Yes, we're going to have to go to a different one. So, shall we talk about our experience with our fans watching the stream and identifying what server we're on? I had to block it out because the first time we were streaming, literally, Twitch showed only 2 people watching us right off the bat. And by the time maybe there was 5 people watching us, we were dead.
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah. And
I'll never forget you. You taught me a valuable lesson.
Oh God. Somebody else is like that kid Casper, he was probably Chinese. Made me pay for that lesson. So,
yeah. I had another instance where I talked in the chat, and they're like, "Are you from YouTube? Or are you Jesse from YouTube?" Mm-hmm. And we had to change from then. I'm like, "Oh my God, it's the first person that's recognized me. Mm-hmm. We've got to leave him."
Yeah, I did also have somebody. Now, if I remember right, I got my name back. I got my Marquis Space Dragon name back, and I don't think that I changed my name on any of my other characters. and someone else was holding. In fact, let's talk about that. You know, you getting recognized, me getting recognized. You know, this has happened to us multiple times on the servers. That people are like, oh my god, it's Sly Jesse. Oh! You know, oh my god, it's Marky Dragon. I want to have your babies.
Oh my god, it's a Marky Dragon.
Yeah, I know. What's really freaky is when they say they want to have our babies and they're guys. And I'm like, ew. And then they're like, no homo. Oh god. It's just too weird for me. But, you know, so... I don't think that I grabbed the other characters. So somebody logged in. 2 people logged in right when the servers came up after the wipe, and they grabbed my names. I was so frickin' pissed off about that, and I had to decide that these 2 people that did this, they're both fans, and they were just trying to help, and I understand that. And you know what? I think that others would have gotten them to grief me over it and everything, and so, you know, I'm thankful that they did it, but I was very, very upset about how it all went down, and that's part of why, actually, in a lot of Kickstarter campaigns, that you reserve your name by being a contributor. And see, those Kickstarter people realize how important someone's name is to them. I got a lot of shit for being so upset over my name being taken, but you know what? I don't care. F you guys. Oh, I'm gonna use a Battlestar Galactica. Frack you guys, because my name is important to me. It's just like if your name in real life, you became anonymous, and so anyway. But so these guys took my names, and I got the Marky Dragon one back. The guy was very nice, and thank you very much for holding on to my name for me. It was unorthodox, but thank you. And you know, maybe next time I just need to give a cash prize or something like that to make sure I get it. But they didn't even know the game mechanics of whether or not they deleted a character, that another character could be made with that name. Because that happened to me in Guild Wars. There's like a timeout period. And so I had to keep trying. Every hour I was logging back in again, trying to get my name again, until, I don't know how many hours later it was, I got it. But anyway, I'm going on a tirade here. So someone told me yesterday that someone was bad-mouthing everybody and had the name of Marky Dragon in the server. And so... that concerns me. You know, that's part of the reason why I want my name. And they were all, you know, people were showing me how you can add a space before it, you can add a space after it, and everything. And so, you know, that's all screwed up. How do you feel about that? What do you think is the right way to go about handling something like this?
Well, ban them.
Ban them.
Problem solved. No, well, I don't see a way how to really solve it or go around it, because I know there's going to be people who are just going to do it to grief you or help you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can file a trademark infringement, but
some of us can't.
Yeah, I know. So I just happen to be very fortunate that my one of my original company names was Marky Dragon, and I have a trademark on that, and so, you know, in the video game realm, I own the name Marky Dragon, but not everybody has that, and then there's other things like, you know, in World of Warcraft, they actually went through and banned people who had trademarked names. They put some trademark list against everybody, and I remember this because my brother had this really high-level character that was very popular on his server named Oprah. And anyway, that came up as a trademarked name, and they gave him like 15 days or 10 days, something like that, to change the name. And so they gave him some name change thing that he had to do, and he went and did that and everything. But you know, and then they put in a name filter, didn't they?
Oh, in the game in War Z.
Yeah.
I think World of Warcraft here. Yeah, they did, and people can still get past it.
But how did Frack U12 kill us that one time? We were in one of the live streams, and his name, and I'm saying Frack, it was actually, Frack with a U. Well, not Frack.
Yeah. Well, their excuse for wiping all the characters and deleting them all was that there was too many people with like these special characters in their name, and
maybe they removed those.
Had swear words in those. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, there's people now with all these special characters and swear words in their names.
Yeah, I don't get it. And if they do another wipe of names and characters again, I'm just gonna, you guys are all gonna watch me explode on camera.
Well, originally they said they weren't going to do a wipe at all, and that's what I was happy about. And then all of a sudden, like a month or two later, they're like, "Oh, yeah, well, we're going to do a wipe now because of all these things." And then they said they weren't going to wipe the characters. They weren't going to delete the characters.
Right.
And then they said, "Oh, well, all these names, so we're going to delete them." I reckon they just were going to delete them, and they just wanted an excuse.
Do you think they're lazy?
Yes.
The programmers. Actually, I don't know if they're lazy, but they are probably way overworked. Now,
I think they do things wrong. That's what I think.
Here's something that I want to piss and moan about. So, Stonejackal in chat, he says it's an alpha, and here's my opinion on that. They should not be selling the game in alpha. I have way different expectations when I pay for a game than when I am alpha testing a game. I have never in my life paid for an alpha.
I don't think the game's going to actually come out of alpha because they're going to about to release the foundation release. So what's that code word for? They're still calling it alpha, but now they're releasing the foundation release.
Didn't we go into beta already? Aren't we in beta now?
No, they called it alpha still.
Man, I tell you, see, here's the problem: is that it jerks us players around. And it has a huge negative effect on us players. Let me tell you a little story. My father played World of Warcraft for the first time. And he was watching us, he was watching his kids, myself and my two brothers, play World of Warcraft. And I don't know, we bought him a copy of the game for Christmas or something like that, like a year after it was out. And it took him like 6 months to install it, and when he did, he played his character, and he loved his character. My dad is retired now and everything, but he was playing, and he's 71 now, or 70, and he just loved his character. Well, he saw me botting, and he thought, ooh, this is a good way to level up my character really fast. And he saw me botting, and he decided that he was going to do that. And so I gave him some rules. I'm like, Dad, there's some very specific rules about botting. And one is, you don't do it on your account. You do it like to a different account and then maybe give the money over to your other one or the items and stuff. But you don't do it on your main account. Well, he decided that he wasn't going to buy a new account. And he started botting, and the very next day he was banned. And my father was so attached to his character that he cried over that. And I don't see my father cry, And this is how attached people become to their characters and everything. And, it was he told me that he had just lost a friend. And that's how attached people become to their characters. And so when they mess with our characters, even though we're all cookie cutter, we all look the same and everything, that is my character. Don't mess with my character. So that's how I feel about it.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what's on your mind? I've talked a lot.
Just they said the first zombie boss has been killed.
Oh, really?
Mutated zombie. Yeah, that was on their Facebook.
Okay.
I've spent ages and ages looking for it over the last, well, since it came out. I've been pretty much looking for it the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Have not found it.
Does it look different? How do we recognize it when we see it?
I'm going to finish my story.
Okay.
So,
yes.
so I've been looking for it. I asked some good friends on Reddit if they've seen it. So they say no, we haven't seen it, and then there's all those rumor things how they could be lying. And then I'm asking a bunch of other people, still don't know. I'm not sure if I want to, but there's some emulators out there, and I'm tempted to ask them if there is actually another zombie in the game, because I'm starting to believe that there isn't. No one's seen it. There's only one person who's killed it, and people are saying that there's actually no account with that name in the game or on the forum. So I don't know. I'm just thinking it's another thing they're lying about at the moment.
Why would they lie about something like that? What is
keep people in the game?
But don't they realize that dev members talk, dev team talks, insiders talk, moderators talk? Look at that whole debacle they had with the moderator that went ape. There was so much dirt spilled. I mean, it is, and they're handling it completely wrong. They've got a post stuck at the top that says about our moderator Devin, about our former moderator Devin, and I'm like, bring more attention to it, why don't you? Oh my God.
Well, he's making money off his apology on YouTube. That's what I'm annoyed about. So he's said sorry and everything, but he's making money from that.
Well, but you make money from your videos on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm not I didn't do the wrong thing, and then now I'm getting all this publicity because I did the wrong thing, and now I'm going to make money because I did the wrong thing, and they're going to promote me for doing the wrong thing, and then they're going to consider me being the manager on the forum again. Well, did you know that? They're going to consider putting him on the manager again.
I didn't know that, but that's their own internal thing, and they really should keep it private. It's like, okay, he's no longer a moderator, now he is again. Whatever. It's their own internal decision. Why when they start defending themselves,
they're letting the user base decide if he becomes a moderator again.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Oh my God, quote. That is part of the reason why the WarZ team is having such issues, is because, you have to listen to your fans, but at the same time you have to make hard decisions that are not popular and everything in order to efficiently run the game for the good of all. If all these petitions that are out there of make a PvE server. The make it so that players can't kill us.
They had a thing with right at the start with another YouTuber calling their game a scam.
Right, and it was Rhino Crunch.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Shouts out to Rhino Crunch.
Hey, it turns out you're kind of right. No, but anyway, so they had a sticky for that on the forum as well, with calling him out and everything, giving him all this publicity. And, lots of these people wouldn't have actually known about it.
Right.
It was only a tiny little thing at the start, and then it's blown up because they've given all this publicity to it, saying, oh, well, if you want an interview, which I don't think he should get the opportunity to have an interview if he's calling the game a scam and everything. But he had the opportunity to go to where they developed the game and have an live interview with them. But,
yeah,
kind of what I was starting to say.
Well, I think that the way that they're handling that, yes, they should be accountable on some interviews to answer some hard questions, but they should never agree to an interview with anyone who's attacking them. And that guy is outright attacking them. It's like going on Fox News. Fox News is very biased, in one direction, and or Rush Limbaugh here in the United States, I'm not sure that it would be good for President Obama to go be a guest on the Rush Limbaugh show because it rips him apart all the time, and it'll just become a war of words. It's just like a flame war in the forums, You know, have you ever been, you know, made wrong in the forums, and then you try and give your piece or whatnot, and then they pick apart every little thing and take it out of context, and it just becomes this massive war in there that has lost the context of the original issue. Yeah,
I've had that so much when I was a lot younger, but now I'm just like, I'll say what I think, they'll say what they think, I'll say what I think again, and then they'll start to try and completely blow it up. So they'll do their thing, and I'll just be like, yeah, okay, and that's it.
Yeah, Faber-Busky says that he thinks that PvE is a good idea. What do you think?
I made a video on it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's going to be really boring. Because, you know, you're going to kill zombies. Yeah, real boring at the moment. You're going to get loot. Boring. You're not going to die at all. And then you're going to want to kill players. That's it. That's
yeah. You
so
know,
that's the point.
The magic of the game is really is the players. It's the danger. It's the players. It's the zombies are a nuisance. The players are the enemy. So
yeah, I just run around and avoid zombies now. Unless I'm trying to build up the experience like I was today, I just run around them. You can actually really easily avoid them. I don't think they're going to be improved much more. I'm looking forward to zombie bosses if they are in the game, or they're going to add more of them. But still then, with the AI, I'm still not sure how well it's going to go. I mean, jumping over the fence, I'll lose most of my zombies.
Are zombies about to be able to jump over fences?
No, if I jump over the fence, I'll lose them.
Well, they go around, but then you just jump over again. It's like one of those. Did you ever have one of those toys where it was the wheel with the two magnetic tips and the two wires, and you could fling it around, and the wheel would go up and around, and then it would go around the end and come back down. And
oh
no,
I've seen them.
Yeah, and a whirligig is what Stonejack is calling it. And that's what you do with the zombies. You just keep going on the other side, and they go all around. So, yeah, well, okay, well, I think that, I don't know how long we've been talking now. It's been, holy cow, like an hour episode. Oh, my goodness. So
that's good.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to talk about. So, those of you who made it this far, click on Sly Jesse's image. He, if you're watching on my channel, and vice versa, and subscribe. And are you trying to find the subscribe button? Where is the subscribe? Oh, you're pointing to me.
The subscribe button's like that above you.
Yeah, except you're pointing the wrong way. Yeah, you need
on my screen it's different. My screen is flipped, so that way.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard. It's so hard.
And then subscribe up there. So, no, is it down? It's down there now.
Yeah. Actually, it is. Yeah. So we're all pointing the wrong direction in our old videos. So yeah, if you made it this far, you may as well subscribe because you liked it. You know it. So, okay, well, Sly Jesse, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Sure do.
You know, next time there's a bunch more to talk about, which at the rate things are going, I think that'll happen again probably sometime soon. So, this has been the State of Warzy, and so, yeah. Anything else to say there, Jesse?
I'll catch you guys later.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody, and take care.